So here it is told that a pendulum of length 2 meter consists of a wooden bob of mass 50 gram. There is a pendulum of length L. L is 2 meter. It consists of a wooden bob of mass m, where m is 50 gram. 50 gram means 0.05 kg. And a bullet is there of mass 75 gram. A bullet of mass 75 gram, it means that is 0.075 kg. It is, its mass is, let's say, capital M. So it is fired towards a stationary bob with a speed v. The speed v. Then bu- the bullet emerges out of the bob. It emerges out of the bob with a speed v by 3. Its mass is m, and the bob just completes a vertical circle. So it is just able to complete a vertical circle, then the value of v is. So if it is just able to complete the vertical circle, then the velocity at the highest point, we have to find out. Velocity at the highest point we have to find out. Now at the lowermost point, so now at the highest point, the tension should be equal to 0. At the highest point, the tension should be 0. So it means at the highest point, what will happen? Then that here, when it will reach the highest point, then this is the tension, and this will be mg, and this will be equal to mv v1's. Let the velocity at the highest point is v1, and at the lowermost point, it is suppose u. So we can say mv1 square by L, that will be equal to mg plus t, but t is 0 here. So v1 square should be equal to gl. So velocity at the lowermost point, that will be how much? Velocity at the lowermost point, that is u, that should be how much, that we have to find out. So now we can say that half mu square, that is equal to half mv1 square plus mg into 2l. Since why? The gain in potential energy, that is equal to loss in kinetic energy. So gain in gravitational potential energy, that is mg into 2l, and gain and loss in kinetic energy, that is initial kinetic energy minus the final kinetic energy. So m will cancel out. Then we can say u square will be equal to v1 square plus 4gl. So this will be equal to 5gl. So therefore u should be equal to root 5gl. So root 5gl should be the velocity of the wooden bob at the lowermost point. And here we can apply the conservation of linear momentum. So initially the bob was at rest. So therefore, and the velocity of the bullet. So therefore, initially, we can say initially the bob was at rest. Bob was at rest. It means, uh, let's say V initial, that was 0, and the the uh, bullet was moving with velocity v. Bullet was moving with velocity v. So therefore, I can say that capital M into v plus small m into 0, that is the initial speed. So that will be equal to m u plus m into v by 3. It is m1 v1 plus m2 v2 equal to m1 u1 plus m2 m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So therefore mu that will be equal to mv minus mv by 3. That is, so therefore mu that is equal to 2 mv by 3. Since 1 minus 1 by v is 2 by 3. 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. So therefore u will be equal to 2m by m into v by 3. And this should be equal to root 5 GL. So therefore u equal to root 5 GL. So therefore 2m by m into v by 3, that should be equal to root over 5 GL. Then we have to find out v. V we have to find in meter per second. So v will be equal to 3 root 5 GL divided by uh, this will be 3m into m divided by 2m. So v will be equal to 3 into root 5 into g. G is 10 into L. L is the length of the string, that is length of the pendulum, that is 2 meters, into the mass of the bob, that is 0.05 kg, divided by 2 into m. M is the mass of the bullet, that is 0.075 kg. So this we have to solve. So this will be 2 5s are 10. So root over 100, that is 10. So 3 into 10 into 0.05 divided by 2 into 0.075. So this will be equal to, so 2 5s are 10. So this will be, so it's a 15. 15 into 5 by 15 into 50. 50 by 75. So it is 5 3s are 15. 5 1s are 5. So 5 3s are 15. 5 1s are 5. 5 5s are 25. So 3 5s are 15. So 5 10s are 50. So v will be equal to 10 meter per second. So the velocity, initial velocity of the bullet was 10 meter per second. Then here it is told a curve in a level road. A curve in a level road has a radius 75 meters. The maximum speed of a car turning this curved road, the maximum speed of the car, that should be 30 meter per second without skidding. If radius of curved road is changed to 48 meter and the coefficient of friction between the tires and the road remains the same, so mu is kept same, then the maximum allowed speed would be. So this maximum allowed speed would be how much? So this, as we know, maximum allowed speed, that is equal to actually mu rg, since why here mg is acting, this is the normal reaction, and so mu mg, so the static friction is providing the necessary centripetal force, which is mv square by r, and that is equal, that should be less than or equal to mu mg. So therefore v square should be less than or equal to mu rg. So therefore v max, that is equal to actually square root of mu rg, and that is given as 30. So therefore mu g value, that will be equal to 30 by r, 30 square by r, 30 square by r. And then it is told that if the radius is changed to 48 meters, so therefore here mu g value, that will be equal to 30 square, 30 into 30 divided by 75. And therefore if the radius is 48 meter, the radius of the curved road, then the, and coefficient of friction mu remains same in between the tires and the road, then maximum allowed speed would be. So then maximum allowed speed, that would be equal to square root of mu g into the radius r, mu g into r. This is square root of mu g into r. r dash actually. You can call it as r dash, mu g into r dash. So this will be mu g value is 900 by 75 into 48. This will be 15 5s are 75, 15 6 are 90, 12 5s are 60. So this is 12 4s are 48. So this is 12 into 12 into 4. So square root of 12 into 12 is 12. Square root of 4 is 2. So it is 24 meter per second. So then the maximum speed would be 24 meter per second. Then here it is told a huge circular arc of length. There is a huge circular arc of length. This length of the arc is 4.4 light years. It subtends an angle of 4 seconds. It subtends an angle theta of 4 seconds. 4 second means 4 arc second at the center of the circle. Then how long would it take for a body to complete 4 revolutions if its speed is 8 astronomical unit per second. Speed is 8 astronomical unit per second. Then how long would it take for the body to complete 4 revolutions? So the time that it will take to complete 4 revolutions, it will be 4 into 2 pi r, 4 into 2 pi r by v. Now v has been told. Now the radius that we have to find, the radius of this circle. So r into theta in radians, that will be equal to the length of the arc. So therefore r, that r into theta we have to find out in radians. So 1 degree equal to pi by 180 radian. Now 1 degree is 3600 seconds. 3600 seconds, that is equal to pi by 180 radian. So now therefore 1 second, that will be equal to pi by 180 into 3600 radians. So therefore 4 radians, that will be equal to 4 into 1 second. Okay, 1 second is pi by this much radian. So 4 second, that will be 4 pi by 180 into 3600 radian. 4 pi into 4 into pi by 180 into 3600 radian. So this is equal to L. L is 4.4 light years. So 4.4 into 9.46 into 10 power 15 meters. So therefore R will be equal to 4.4 into 9, 4.4, 4.4, okay, so 4 I can cancel out, 1.1. So this will be 1.1 into 9.46 into 180 into 18 into 36 into 10 power 3, I can say, into 10 power 15 divided by pi. Therefore, the radius, that will be equal to 1.1 into 9.46 into this, I can write 1.8 into 3.6 into this is 10 power 15 into this, I can write this will be 1.8 into 10 power 2, 10 power 2 into 3.6 into 10 power 3 or 3 divided by pi. So this much is the radius. Therefore, the time that it will take that will be equal to 8 pi r. 8 pi r. R is in 1.1 into 9.46. Okay, so here it was told that the length of the arc length was 4.4 light years, and it subtended at an angle theta at the center, which is equal to 4 arc second, and which is equal to 4 pi by 180 into 3600 radians. And so we have to find the radius. So r into theta, that is equal to 4.4 light years. That is 4.4 into 9.46 into 10 power 15. So then the speed of revolution, speed that is equal to 8 astronomical unit per second. So therefore, the time that it would take to complete 4 revolutions, so that will be 4 into 2 pi r by v. That will be 8 pi r divided by v. So r, so therefore the time that will be equal to 8 pi into r. R will be 4.4 into 9.46 into 10 power 15 divided by theta. Theta is 4 pi into this will be 180 into 3600, and that divided by v. V is 8 astronomical units. So 8 into 1.5 into 10 power 11. So this much second it will come. So 4 pi, 4 to the 8. So you can cancel out this with 8, 8, 1.1. So t will be equal to 1.1 into 9.46 into 180 into 3600 into 10 power 15 divided by 1.5 into 10 power 11. This much second. So this will be equal to, actually, so point and point we can remove. So 15 4 the 60. So here I can tell 15 1s are 15, 15 2s are 30. So this will be 9.46 into 12 into 3600 into 10 power 15 minus 11. This much second. So this will be 9.46 into 1.2 into 3.6 into, this will be 10 power 3 into 10 power 1. 10 power 3 into 10 power 1 to 10 power 15 minus 11, that is 10 power 4 second. So this will be equal to 9.46 into 1.2 into 3.6 into 10 power 47 8 seconds. So this we can tell this will be approximately we can take it 10. So 10 into 1.2 into 3.6 we can tell 12 6 are 72, 12 3 are 36, 36 plus 7 43, so 4.32. So this will be approximately 4.3 into 10 power 9 seconds. This will be approximately 10. Okay, sorry, here one 11 is also there. Into 11 is also there. Into 11. Into 11. So this will be 4, 11, 4.1, 11 fours are, this is 44. So it's 44 into 10 power 9 seconds. So approximately 4.4 into 10 power 10 seconds. So 4.5 into 10 power 10 seconds. So option B is the correct answer. Then here it is told a particle of mass m is suspended from a ceiling. uh, particle is mass m is suspended from a ceiling from a string through a string of length L. The particle moves in a horizontal circle of radius so L by root 2. Radius is L by root 2. The speed of the particle will be, so it is moving in a horizontal circle like this. Its radius is r, its length is L, r is equal to L by root 2. Now the speed is suppose v. So this is mass of the particle is m, so here mg is acting vertically downwards, and this is the tension force. So if this is angle theta, so theta is actually equal to 45 degrees, since theta actually we can tell sine theta, that will be equal to r by L. So this is equal to 1 by root 2. So sine theta is 1 by root 2. So theta will be equal to 45 degree. So this angle is 45 degree. So if this is theta, this will be also theta. So this will be t cos theta. This will be t sine theta. And here you can say t sine theta, that is equal to m v square by r, and t sine theta, that is mv square by r, and t cos theta, that is equal to mg. So therefore tan theta this divided by this, that will be equal to v square by rg. So v square equal to rg tan theta. Now theta is 45 degree, so therefore tan theta will be equal to 1. So this is equal to rg. So v will be equal to root over rg. So option A is the correct answer. And here it is told the normal reaction N for a vehicle of mass 800 kg negotiating a turn of 30-degree banked road at maximum possible speed without skidding is. So it is moving in a banked road. The angle of banking is 30 degree. So it is negotiating a curve. It's negotiating a curve. It is moving with a speed v. And here we can say normal reaction will act like this and mg will act like this. So radius is r. Then the net force towards the center, that is centripetal force. So if this is angle theta, then we can say that this also will be theta. This is normal reaction. This will be theta. So this will be 90 minus theta. So this will be again theta. So this is n cos theta. This is n sin theta. And friction is also acting. Friction is will act vertically. It will act down the plane. Friction. So this is theta. So this is n sin theta plus f cos theta. And this will be f sin theta. So n cos theta will be equal to f sin theta plus mg, and n sin theta plus, so here it is asked to find the normal reaction. Normal reaction n has been asked. This is n sin theta plus f cos theta, that is equal to mv square by r. So here friction will be equal to mu s into n only, since why here maximum speed is there, means it is traveling with the maximum possible speed. So the maximum static friction has to act. Therefore, we can say n cos theta, that will be equal to mu Sn sin theta plus mg. Now cos 30 degree, so this is 30 degree. Now it is told cos 30 degree, that is equal to root 3 by 2, but its value has been given 0.87 we have to use, and mu s, that is 0.2. So therefore n into cos theta minus mu s sin theta, that is equal to mg. So n, therefore n will be equal to mg by cos theta minus mu s sin theta, cos theta by mu s sin theta. So this will be equal to m is 800 kg to g, that is 10, divided by cos theta, that is 0.87, minus mu s, that is 0.2, sin theta. Now sin 30 degree, that is, as you know, that is half. That is 0.5. This will be equal to 8,000 divided by 0.87 minus 0.1. So this will be 8,000 divided by 0.77. This much Newton. Or I can say this is kg meter per second square. So into 10 power 3. So this is 8 by 0.77 into 10 power 3 kg meter per second square. 8 by 0.77. So it is slightly more than 8. It is slightly more than 8. So this is now 800 by 77 approx to 10 power 3. 77 ones are 77, which is 30. It is obviously 10 point something. 10 point something into 10 power 3. So I can say 10.2. Since it is coming 300, so 77 into 2, that is 2 sevens are 3, you can tell. 7s are 21, 3 7, 21, 23. So 10.4 approx. So 10.2 also we can tell. So it is 10.2 into 10 power 3 kg meter per second square. So option D is the correct answer. And here it is told a particle of mass m moves in a circular orbit. It moves in a circular orbit under the central potential field, means the u as a function of r, that is equal to minus c by r, where c is the positive constant. The correct radius velocity graph of the particle's motion is the correct radius versus velocity graph. Okay, so u as a function of r, that we know, that is equal to minus df as a function of r by dr. No, sorry, it's actually the central force we have to find. So the central force, that will be equal to minus du by dr. So this will be minus d by dr of minus c by r. So this will be d by dr of c by r. So that will be equal to minus c by r square. So this is the force as a function of r. So this negative sign indicates that it is the force is acting radially inwards, means it is a kind of centripetal force. Okay, so therefore now velocity is mv velocity is v, so the centripetal force, that is mv square by r, that is equal to c by r square. So r and r will cancel, so therefore I can say v square is equal to c by m r. So now c by m, that is constant, so I can say v square is proportional to 1 by r. So r versus v graph we want. So it means from here we can see that r is proportional to 1 by v square. Since v square is proportional to 1 by r, so r is proportional to 1 by v square. So it means what? Here r is on the y-axis, so y is inversely proportional to x square. So therefore, when x increases, y will decrease. So it is a kind of like this graph. It is which is decreasing. So it is decreasing, and when x tends to infinity, then y will become 0. So this will be r versus v graph. So option B is the correct answer. The modern Grand Prix racing car of mass m is traveling on a flat track in a circular arc of radius r with a speed v. If the coefficient of static friction in between the tires and the track is mu s, then the magnitude of negative lift Fl acting downwards on the car is. Okay. So it is moving in a circular track. It is a flat track. It is having mass m. The car is having mass m. It is moving with a speed v, and the radius of the track is r. The coefficient of static friction is mu s in between the tires and the track. Then the magnitude of negative lift Fl acting downwards on the car is. Assume forces on the four tires are identical and g is acceleration due to gravity. So here mg will act downwards. Their normal reaction force will act upwards. Okay. So here mm, friction is acting towards the center. So friction, the static friction will provide the necessary centripetal force, which is mv square by r. So if the maximum static friction is acting, that is equal to mu n, and n is equal to mg. In a modern Grand Prix flat track circular arc, magnitude of negative lift acting downwards on the car. Negative lift. Okay. So it means here the car is downwards actually. The car is below the track actually. Here actually what is happening? The car is below the track. This is the track and the car is below the track. The car is below the track. So it means the normal reaction will act downwards and on the car, and mg will also act downwards. Yeah. Okay, so here actually what happens, the negative lift, it means that the a- air will exert a force when it will flow, when the car will move fo- forwards, then the air will exert a downward force on the car, which will be called as the negative lift. So it means that along with mg, the so here I think I told it this is wrong actually. Here the car is moving on the road only. The car is moving on the track, and the normal reaction of the road will be exerted on the car, which will be vertically upwards, and the weight of the car will act vertically downwards, which is mg, and there will be a negative lift of the air which will act vertically downwards, which is fl. So it will be the force, the drag force, which is exerted by the air, which is vertically downwards on the moving car. So the car is moving with a speed v, and the radius of the circular track is r, and the frictional force will, the static friction will provide the necessary centripetal force. And here mu s is the coefficient of static friction in between the track and the tires of the car. So therefore now, fs max is mu s into n. So fs max, when if it is traveling with the maximum speed, then it is fs max will be equal to mv square by r, and so it means mu s into n, that will be equal to mv square by r, and this n will be equal to fl plus mg, since there is since why in the vertical direction the car is in e- equilibrium, the net force on the car in the vertical direction is 0. That's why the upward force will be equal to the net downward force, which is fl plus mg. So therefore we can say that mu s into fl plus mg, that will be equal to mv square by r, v square by r. So therefore fl plus mg, that will be equal to mv square by mu s into r. So therefore fl will be equal to mv square by mu s r minus mg. So this will be equal to m into v square by mu s r minus g, v square by mu s r minus g, or we can tell it as minus m into g minus v square by mu s r. So it means option C is the correct answer. Then here it is told a cyclist is moving on an unbanked road with a speed. Cyclist is moving uh, with a speed v equal to 7 km per hour, and takes a sharp turn along a path of radius 2 meters, reducing the speed. The the static friction coefficient mu s, that is equal to 0.2. The cyclist will not slip and pass the curve. And g has been taken as 9.8 meter per second square. So we have to check if the given speed is more than the maximum safe speed or not. If v is more than the maximum safe speed, then it will slip. Then it will slip, else it will not slip. Else not. So now, therefore, the maximum speed, that will be equal to, we know that mu s into mg, that should be equal to the mg is acting downwards and normal reaction upwards. The frictional force is will provide the necessary centripetal force. So Fs, that is equal to mv square by r square by r. So therefore mm will cancel. So therefore v square, that will be equal to mu s rg. So therefore the maximum safe speed, that will be equal to square root of mu s rg. So now therefore the value of mu s square root of mu s rg, that is square root of mu s, that is 0.2 into r is 2 into g is 9.8. So this will be equal to, 4 into 98, means that is 49 into 2 into 1 by 100. This will be equal to 2 into 7 by 10 into root 2. This will be 1.4 into root 2. 7 to the 14, 14 by 10. Okay. 1.4 into root 2. So therefore the maximum safe speed, that is equal to 1.4 into root 2. So 1.4 into 1.414 approximately. So this will be 1.96 approx. So therefore now the given velocity, that is equal to 7 kilometer per hour, and this is coming in 1.96 meter per second. Now in kilometer per hour, that will this is in kilometer per hour. So this will be 7 into 5 by 18 meter per second. So this will be 7 5 35, 35 by 18 meter per second. So it is 18 to the 36. Into the 36. So this is 35. So 18 to the, so 18 ones are 18, and this is 7 and point, then 0. 18 nines are, that is 9 is 72, 9 ones are 9, that is 162. So 18 nines are 162, then it is 8, 80, and 18 5 is a 40, 18 5 is a 90, 18 4 is a 72, 4 it's a, okay, 4 is a 32, 72. So 18 4 is a 72. Then again 4444 will come. So it is 1.9444 meter per second. So therefore, the given speed of the car is obviously less than the maximum safe speed. So the car will be able to, so the cyclist will be able to make the circular turn. So the cyclist will not slip. The cyclist will not slip, and it will pass the curve. Now, should mean statement 1 is true. Statement 1 is true. And statement 2 is, if the road is banked at an angle of 45 degrees, cyclist can cross the curve of 2-meter radius with the speed of 18.5 kilometer per hour without slipping. So now if the road is banked, angle of banking is 45 degrees, then the cyclist can cross the curve with speed this one or slipping. Okay. So now therefore the maximum safe speed, that will be equal to root over Rg into tan theta plus mu s by 1 minus mu s tan theta. So this will be equal to root over Rg, R is 2 into 9.8 into 1 plus mu s, that is 0.2 by 1 minus mu s, that is 0.2 into tan theta, that is 1. Okay. So this will be 2 into 9.8. So 2 into 2 into 4, 4.9 into this is 1.2 divided by 0.8. This will 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. 2 and 2 will cancel out. Then this we can say this will be 2 3 are 6, 6 into 4.9. It is like root over 6 5 are 30. 30. So this is root over 30 approximately. 6 9s are 24. So the 24 29.4 root over 29.4. So this is approximately like 5 point something, 5.5 approx we can tell. Okay, root over 29.4. It is 5.4 approx, 5.42 approx meter per second. Now the given velocity, that is 18.5 kilometer per hour. So 18.5 into 5 by 18. This will come in meter per second. That will be equal to 18.5 into 5 divided by 18. So that is 5.14 approx, 5.14 meter per second. So therefore here also the given velocity is less than the maximum safe speed. And also here there is something called as the minimum safe speed. Minimum safe speed is, it will be root over rg into 1 means tan theta minus mu s, tan theta minus mu s by 1 plus mu s tan theta. So that will be equal to rg, that is 0. Okay, no, 2 into 9.8 into this is 1 minus 0.2, that is 0.8 by 1 plus 1.2, that is 1.2. So that is 4 2s are 8, 4 3s are 12. So this is 4. So this is 2 into okay, so this is 4 by 3 into 9.8 root over of that. So that will come square root of 4 into 9.8 divided by 3. So this will be approximately 3.6 meter per second. So the given speed is more than the minimum safe speed also and less than the maximum safe speed also. So therefore it will be able to cross the turn of the banked road very safely. So statement 2 is also correct. It will not slip. So here option B is the correct answer, that both statement 1 and statement 2 are true. Then here it is told a block of 200-gram mass moves with a uniform speed in a horizontal circular groove. A block of 200-gram mass, a block of 200-gram mass means 0.2 kg is the mass. It moves in a horizontal circular groove with the vertical side walls. So there is no string attached. No string is attached, but here it is moving in a vertical groove, means like this in this. So it is a kind of circular groove with vertical walls, and it is having radius that is 20 centimeters. So that is 0.2 meters. If the block takes 40 seconds to complete one round, the normal force by the side walls of the groove is the normal force by the side walls of the groove. So the normal force of the side walls of the groove. So here we should assume there is no friction. So the normal force will provide the necessary centripetal force. So m omega square r, n equal to m omega square r, then n will be equal to m into r into omega square. Now omega is 2 pi by t, 2 pi by t whole square. Now it takes 40 seconds to complete one round. So the time period of revolution is 40 seconds. So therefore n will be equal to m mass, that is 0.2 kg, radius of the circular groove, that is radius of the circular path, that is 0.2 meters into 2 pi. So there is 4 pi square by t square. So okay, sorry, this is 2 pi by t 40 whole square. This 220. This will be 0.04 into, this will be pi square by 400. So this will be equal to pi square into this 400 is a 40.01. So this will be 10 power minus 2 into 10 power minus 2. So 10 power minus 4 Newton. Pi square into 10 power minus 4 Newton, and pi square value, that is approximately 9.86, we can tell 9.86. So it is approximately 9.86 into 10 power minus 4 Newton. So option C is the correct answer. Then here it is told a particle width is moving with a uniform speed along the circumference of a circle of radius r under the action of a central fictitious force F, which is inversely proportional to r cube. Its time period of revolution will be given by. So time period will be proportional to r power n, and n will be how much? That we have to find out. So your force, that is equal to, I can say, some constant k by r cube, and this central force is providing the necessary centripetal force, which is equal to m omega square r. So therefore we can say, and mass will be constant also. So we can say omega square, that will be equal to k by m r power 4, k by m r power 4. So therefore omega will be equal to root over k by m into 1 by r square. So now therefore omega is actually 2 pi by t, 2 pi by t, that is equal to root over k by m into 1 by r square. So therefore we can say that t will be equal to 2 pi into root over m by k, 2 pi into uh, t will be equal to 2 pi root over m by k into r square. So therefore t is proportional to r square. So here the time period will be proportional to r square. So option D is the correct answer. Then here it is told a small bob is tied a small bob tied at one end of a thin string of length 1 meter is describing a vertical circle. A small bob is tied at one end of a thin string. Small bob is tied at one end of a thin string of length 1 meter is de describing a vertical circle. It is describing a vertical circle so that the maximum and minimum tension in the string are 5 is to 1. The velocity of the bob at the highest point is. So to find what is the velocity of the bob at the highest point. So the maximum tension will be at the lowermost point, and the minimum tension will be at the highest point. So here it is told that T max is to T min, means the ratio of the maximum tension is to the minimum tension is 5:1. So it means that if I take the minimum tension as T, then the maximum tension will be 5T. 5T. So this is 5T and this is T. And here let's say the velocity is U, describing a vertical circle. Okay, so therefore here at the lowermost point we can say that T minus mg that will be equal to mu square by L. It means T will be equal to mg plus mu square by L. And so here it is 5T actually, 5T equal to mg plus mu square by L. And at the highest point what we will have, at the highest point we have here also mg is acting, here T is also acting. So T plus mg that is equal to mv square by L. So it means T will be equal to mv square by L minus mg. And also we can apply the uh, conservation of mechanical energy. So therefore we can say that V square equal to means half mv square, that is plus mg into 2L, that is equal to half m u square. It means the kinetic energy plus the potential energy at the lowermost point, that is equal to the kinetic energy plus potential energy at the highest point. Therefore, we can say V square by 2 plus m will cancel out. So 2gl that is equal to u square by 2. So therefore, we can say V square will be equal to u square minus 4gl. So therefore, we can say that T will be equal to m by L into u square, m by 2 into V square is u square minus 4gl minus mg. So this will be equal to mu square by L minus 4mg minus mg. L will cancel. So this will be mu square by L minus 5mg. So now 5 times of this. So 5 times of T, that is mu square by L minus 5mg. So here actually we have to find what is the velocity at the highest position. Velocity at the highest position. So V has been asked. So it means we can write U in terms of V. So U will be V square plus 4gl. V square plus 4gl. So here we can say T is equal to actually mv square by L minus mg. So 5 times of that, 5 times of mv square by L minus mg, it is 5t, that is equal to mg plus m by L into u square. U square is v square plus 4gl. Therefore, you can say this will be 5 mv square by L minus 5 mg, that is equal to mg plus mv square by L plus 4 mg. So then we can say this, if I take it here, this will be 4 mv square by L, that is equal to, this is 5 mg plus 5 mg, that is 10 mg. So 4 mv square by L, that is equal to 10 mg. So m will cancel out. Then v square will be equal to 10 gl by 4. 10 gl by 4. So 2 to the 4, 2 5 is the 10. So v will be equal to root 5 gl by 2. Root 5 gl by 2. Okay. So therefore, V will be equal to root 5 gl by 2. So 5 into G is G, we have to take 10. And L that is given as length of the string is 1 by 2. So 2 5 is a 10. So 5 into 5. So root over 5 into 5, that is 5 meter per second. So the velocity of the bob at the highest point should be 5 meter per second. So hope all of you have understood the solutions of all these questions based on the previous year JEE Mains exam on the chapter circular motion. Still, any doubts if you have, then please write that in the comments. We shall obviously clarify them in the subsequent videos. Also, please install our Sapience education application where we shall upload some important questions based on the previous year JEE Mains exam on every chapter of physics, which shall be obviously helpful for your exam. So thank you everyone. Bye.